you may dance. I am looking at the road and using my hands on the wheel. And speaking to my son first, do you smell like booze? Do you have been boozing it already? Or was that yesterday's booze?
Boozes?
Yeah, you smell like the boozes. What's going on with that?
I don't know. One last booze.
Alright,
I don't have any more boozes.
Thanks for the booze.
I had boozes that I saved in my freezer here for rainy day.
It smells like you got that smell like your not your enzymes. It's something like when people have their like electrolytes or something. It's just little something's just little. It's not that you're sick, but it just smells a little off. Probably need to eat healthy food or something. Alright, back to the show. Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have. And Oz never was the reason for the evening or the tropics of Sir Galahad. So please believe in me when I say I'm spinning round, 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 smoke blasting like oh, image going down, 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 down. Da, 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 da. Okay, so what's the meaning of the Tin Man song? Who's Oz? Who's the witch? Who's the Wicked Witch of the West? Who is Glenda supposed to be? Maybe. Okay, so Oz is... Let's think in terms of the cardinal directions, perhaps. It would get tricky. You would place the Wicked Witch of the West in the West. I'm pretty sure... Did Glenda claim to come from the East?
Who?
Glenda?
Who?
I feel like Oz would be from the South. And
Ozzy Osbourne?
No. Oz from the... We're trying to break down the song.
Wizard of Oz?
Oh, yes, Oz from the Wizard of Oz. Yes.
Well, Oz was ounce. The yellow brick road was the gold standard, and the ruby slippers were originally silver.
So I wonder if everybody can hear you. So hold on a second. Because I don't
No,
know.
it was about the banking industry.
Let me make sure my Bluetooth isn't on. So
You know, and then you go to the Emerald City, which is greenback money.
Okay,
like,
so then you go to the Emerald City.
Emerald
which
City is
greenback
fiat
money.
greenback money.
Yeah,
Fiat
greenback
with
money.
the
So
greenback.
go ahead and start that from the very beginning.
No, it was all about monetary reform.
Okay, so the Wizard of Oz is all about monetary reform.
Yep. The yellow brick road is the
Yellow
gold
brick
standard.
road's the gold standard.
The ruby slippers
Ruby
were not ruby
slippers.
slippers. They were in the book. They were silver slippers.
They're
in
silver
the movie,
slippers.
they became ruby slippers. In the book,
Okay,
they were
switched
silver
them. Why were they silver slippers?
because they wanted to go to the silver standard.
Because everybody wanted to go to silver standard from the gold standard.
Because people
Huh.
had something called free silver. Okay, what that means is if you dug up silver in your yard, you could take the silver to a mint, and they would strike it into a silver coin just for you.
All right. What about
And
why?
then
Why could you not do that? So if you take silver, if you find
Because
silver
gold
randomly
is
in your
harder
yard,
to find,
wait,
and
hold on
the
one second.
ratio
Make
is
sure I have this right. If you find silver in your yard, right, the metal that the Egyptians said was the bones of the gods. If you find it in your yard, you could take it to a jeweler. They would mint it, and it could just be yours
not just a
automatically.
jeweler, a mint.
A minter.
The U.S. Mint. It would be an actual silver
Even
dollar.
the U.S. mint would turn into
No,
a
I'm saying it's
silver
the
dollar.
silver dollar. The mint would give you a silver dollar
mint
that
would
would
give
be
you a
legal
silver dollar.
tender, and it would have the same strike as all the other silver dollars.
So they would exchange it for the same amount in silver.
Well, they would melt it.
No, they would melt your exact silver and give it back to
They
you.
would, yes, they would
All
take it, and
right.
it would be your silver
All
coin
right.
made from the coin, the money, the stuff that
So
you dug up.
silver, the thing known as the bones of the gods by the ancient Egyptians, and gold being the flesh. Silver, Dave, if you found it in your yard, this is in reference to the Wizard of Oz. If you found it in your yard, you take it to a minter. He's going to actually smelt it on the spot, mint it, and you've got yourself a silver fucking coin.
It would be legal tender because it would be an actual U.S.
Legal
mint.
tender. So, like, when Gaddafi got
Or the one.
completely, like, destroyed and they chopped his dick off to shut down his throat.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger anybody. The people say that it was done because he tried to establish his own currency, but he was back his own currency. But back in the
Yeah.
day, silver.
They wanted the silver to be that so people would be able to issue the silver.
But
'cause
silver,
gold was
anybody
rare.
could mint it. So everybody was a mini Gaddafi and nobody cared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they did care because they shut
did
it
care.
down. They ruined free silver, and it was called the
they
crime
got
of
rid free
72.
silver.
There was a whole outrage over it
There was an
because they
outrage
got
over
rid of free
losing
silver,
free silver.
and that was why the Wizard of Oz was written. It was
So the
about
Wizard of Oz
the
was
protest.
written over the outrage over losing free silver.
Yes.
You're
yes.
shitting me.
No, I'm not shitting you.
What if when Ezekiel was supposed to speak to the bones, he was supposed to speak to the silver and say, "Come back, O free minted silver."
Yeah, because then, and then ultimately the guy was arguing for fiat currency, the government issued currency to devalue the money. Because everyone was in debt to the banks, and if you devalue the money through inflation, then your debt gets halved overnight through inflation, right? Because back in those days, they didn't have fixed wages like we have. They had farms. So if inflation happens, that would benefit the average person, not the bankers. Because then their debt wouldn't be worth as much, and the food they were producing would be worth more. Whereas today, everyone's on fixed wages, so inflation is bad for workers.
Wait a minute. So I lost a little bit of what you just said. Inflation is bad for workers?
It was good back when everyone lived on farms, but it's bad now that most people lived on fixed wages.
Why is that?
Because the farmers owed a shit ton of money to the banks, and their food prices were going down because the farmers were becoming more efficient, and so the food prices were dropping. So they wanted the government to print more money so that it would be easier for them to sell their food and pay off their debt to the banks. So the greenbacks and the free silver was really like free them from the banks so that they wouldn't.
Now I feel so lost. So the greenback. So say this one more time. I am actually.
They wanted the government to increase the amount of money so that their debt wouldn't be worth as much. Because think, if you print a bunch of money, you inflate the currency, right?
Print a bunch of money, inflate the currency.
Right.
Okay.
So if you owe a bunch of money to the banks, and all of a sudden the money isn't worth as much,
The money's not worth as much.
your debt is counted in terms of money that isn't worth as much.
Now your debt is.
So your debt is lower
of money
because
that's
the
not
money
worth
isn't
as
worth as much, right?
Oh, so when inflation
So-
hits, it benefits you.
If you owe money.
When I was studying fucking real estate, they were talking
Yes.
about how when you're certain
Yes.
times,
Yes.
certain people buying houses in the real estate market, inflation can actually really benefit you.
Right,
Can you
because your
explain how
debt-
inflation can benefit people in the real estate market?
Because your money, they're measuring your debt in terms of money.
So you bought your house for 50 grand, right?
Right. If
And then what
50
happens?
grand becomes, if all of a sudden the money isn't worth as much, and 50 grand is worth maybe as much as 25 grand would have been 20 years ago, then that means your debt is halved. Really.
Right. So if
The number is the
inflation helps
same.
farmers, and farmers are always in debt,
Right. If
and
you're
they
in
live
debt,
in debt.
then inflation helps you. Of course,
That makes
these
sense.
days,
Yep.
they always make sure the inflation's higher
You're in
than that.
debt.
Like if you're paying
inflation
30% on your credit card, then inflation's not going to amount to anything, because it's not, unless inflation goes above 30%, and like you're like in Weimar where the money isn't worth anything, then you're pretty much screwed.
So bring this inflation back to the Wizard of Oz analogy.
Yeah.
Where do
That-
they go there?
The yellow brick road was the gold
Yellow
standard.
Brick Road is gold standard.
The silver slippers were silver,
Or
and
the
the
slippery
Emerald
silver.
City was free fiat
Emerald?
money that was just purely fiat.
So wait a minute. So the Emerald City is free fiat money?
Yeah, he was arguing for fiat money.
What's fiat money? Tell us.
Paper dollars
How-
issued
Trucks
without
that have
debt.
those rubber duckies in the window, I always think they're so crazy. I sold a house.
I mean, our
to
paper
someone
money
I
is
really
fiat.
enjoyed, but he's so eccentric and he had weird stuff like that in his windows.
Our pay money is fiat, but the thing is, it wasn't always that. Like, Lincoln issued something called United States notes, and I have one of those, and it has a red seal instead of a green one. And they issued it without having to go into debt.
Let's say that again. Lincoln issued a what?
Greenbacks.
The greenbacks, and they were
Paper fiat currency.
paper fiat currency, which is different than what we have now because
Our current currency is
Our
fiat,
current
but
currency
it's
is
debt-based.
fiat.
It
It's
has to be
debt-based.
borrowed into existence.
it has to be borrowed into existence.
They have green seals.
The green seal.
Lincoln's money had a green back, but it had a red seal. I'll show it to you.
So
if
then
you
what's
look
the
at money-
difference with how his money's backed? It's not backed with debt?
No,
What is it
no one
backed
has
with?
to go. It's backed by fiat, which is command.
What
They
is- what
passed a
is-
law that said it was legal tender, and that made it with money.
Oh, so instead of borrowing against it, he just said, this is money.
Yep.
So then did
I
that...
have one note that
So
has
was
red
that
seal.
going to signal the decline of the United States financial system at some point because he did that?
No, in fact, it's the basis of it. It's just it was detrimental to the banks.
Oh, it was detrimental to the banks, but the basis of the financial system
Yeah.
was this idea that Abraham Lincoln went in there and said, it's not debt because you borrowed the money into existence, it's debt because I said it's debt. No.
And they said it was money.
Because I said, it's not
You
money
didn't have to
because
borrow
you
it.
borrowed it into existence, indebted it into existence, it's money because I said it's money.
Yep.
And so silver was silver because you found it in your yard.
Yeah.
So
they
money
had
was
the
money
free
because
silver.
you said it was money, and silver was silver because you found it in the yard. So now when it says that Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have,
Yeah.
and cause never was the reason for the evening or the Tropics of Sir Galahad.
Yeah, the
Now, what
gold
does that
standard
mean?
never gave anything to you
Gold
except
standard
for the
never
wealth
gave-
that people already produced with their own effort.
Okay, so what you're
The
saying,
wealth
you
is
think it
produced by
means...
human effort and labor, not by the money. The
So you're
money's a
saying
scam.
that wealth
It's
is
the
created
labor
by
that has
human effort and labor, not by some
financial system.
financial system such as people who exploit children and all the other things that they think created the money that they use their religions to support continuing the purpose of is not actually what backs the money at all.
I'll
It's
show you when I get home.
because
It's a
it's
red
just
seal.
said this is just the money.
It's a real dollar.
you don't
It's a
need
real
it.
$5 bill. It has a red
The other
seal.
way.
It's red, not
So
green.
it's because it's just money.
Yeah.
And so Oz
United
never did
States.
give nothing to the Tin Man. So the Como never gave anything to society
much, yeah.
that society didn't already have.
Yep.
And cause never was the reason for the evening or
Yeah.
the Tropics of Sir Galahad.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I've got to go to a meeting and you got about a minute there. We'll see you later.